A banana looks like the least interesting food in your kitchen. No packaging claims, no marketing, no mystery, just a curved yellow fruit that costs less than a candy bar. But the moment you peel one and start eating, your body begins a small, quietly complicated process that most people never think about. So what actually happens when you eat one banana every day? It starts in your mouth, where digestion of carbohydrates begins almost immediately. But the banana doesn't stay a banana for long. Inside your digestive system, it becomes something very different. A shifting mixture of sugars, starches, and fiber that your body has to sort out piece by piece. The sugar gets most of the attention. A medium banana contains around 14 grams of natural sugar, mostly glucose, fructose, and sucrose. These are absorbed fairly quickly, which is part of why a banana can feel like a fast, reliable source of energy. Athletes have leaned on this for decades, and the basic mechanism holds up. Simple sugars entering the bloodstream give you usable fuel with very little delay, but the sugar isn't the whole story. A banana also carries carbohydrate in a form your body can't break down quite so easily. Starch. And here's where things get more interesting because not all of that starch behaves the same way. Some of it is resistant starch, meaning it resists digestion in the small intestine almost entirely. Instead of being absorbed as sugar, it travels further down into the large intestine where it becomes food for the bacteria living there. This is where ripeness starts to matter. A greener, less ripe banana contains more resistant starch and less simple sugar. As a banana ripens, enzymes convert that starch into sugar, which is why a ripe banana tastes sweeter and a green one tastes almost chalky. Neither version is automatically healthier. They simply send different signals through your digestive system, one leaning more toward quick absorption, the other leaning more toward slower fermentation further down the line. That fermentation is where the gut microbiome enters the picture. When resistant starch and fiber reach the colon, certain bacteria break them down and produce short-chain fatty acids, compounds that have been studied for their potential role in gut health. Laboratory research and animal studies have shown some encouraging patterns here. Human research is more limited, and the effects vary depending on a person's existing microbiome. So this is a case where the mechanism is real, but the guaranteed outcome is not. Meanwhile, potassium is doing its own quiet work. A banana provides roughly 400 milligrams, and potassium plays an established role in regulating fluid balance and supporting normal muscle and nerve function, including the rhythm of your heartbeat. This isn't a mysterious side effect. It's one of the most well-documented functions of the mineral, but a single banana isn't a substitute for the potassium your body needs across an entire day, and it isn't a treatment for any condition tied to potassium levels. So what does eating one banana every day actually mean? On its own, not much happens from a single piece of fruit. The more meaningful question is what that banana is replacing or accompanying. A banana in place of a processed sugar-heavy snack changes the composition of your diet in a real way. Added fiber, added potassium, less refined sugar. A banana added on top of an already sufficient diet mostly adds calories, sugar, and fiber to a system that didn't need more of any of them. The fruit itself doesn't change. The context around it does. This is also where a lot of banana claims quietly fall apart. You'll find plenty of confident statements online about bananas curing cramps, boosting metabolism, or acting as a natural remedy for this or that. Some of these ideas have a thread of real biology behind them, potassium and muscle function, fiber and digestion, but plays a role in is very different from cures. No current research supports treating a banana as medicine, and no fruit eaten daily or otherwise reliably prevents or reverses disease on its own. What the evidence does support is more modest and, honestly, more interesting. A banana is a genuinely useful source of fast carbohydrate energy, dietary fiber, resistant starch, and potassium, wrapped in something you can eat in under a minute with no preparation at all. Which brings us back to that ordinary yellow fruit sitting on the counter. It isn't a miracle, and it was never trying to be one. It's just a small, self-contained lesson in how the same fruit can behave two different ways. Quick energy at one stage of ripeness, slow fermentation at another, depending entirely on timing and context.